What up, everybody? We're just now gonna kill some time. Also gives you some time, everybody time to hear, to think of some questions. Because I definitely want all of my viewers to participate and think of some questions for the two captains today. So, keep that in mind. Oh, excuse me. We'll just do a little bit of adjusting once we get started with my cam. So. Whew. So everybody, tell me, how you been? Spocky's been kind of a little absent lately. I apologize in advance for that. Okay. Welcome in, Fried. Alright, you know what? There we go. There we go. I just adjusted the permissions. So we're just waiting on Hyphy. So how has your week been while we're waiting?
Okay. Okay.
Nothing wrong with
Nothing like crazy. It was a very like calm week, and I'm good with that. I am good with that. Is your week been good so far?
Yeah, been a lot of work.
Sure. Especially with the tourney getting close and
Oh yeah, that makes it even
everything
more
like that
stressful.
too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the millions of questions too. I'm sure you're getting. Are you streaming as well?
Yes. Which, if you guys are gonna stream it, you absolutely can.
Let me. Did you say we're doing a video call in the Discord?
You can do video, but I'm not gonna tell you you have to.
Okay. Do you know if uh let me tab you up too.
Hello.
There we go. Alright, welcome in, welcome in.
Hi, how are you?
I am doing great. How has your week been?
It's been good. Yeah, I've had a good week.
Definitely good to hear. So we'll start off. Are you both very excited about the tournament, or is it one of those more of a stressful things, or like how are you feeling about it?
I mean, I'm really excited. Yeah, I'm excited for it. I love playing in tournaments, especially third-party ones.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I'm really excited for it too. And third party ones are so awesome because you get to meet a lot of other like content creators and streamers and make friends. That's why I do them. I like I love the competitive atmosphere too, but I've met so many people through um playing in tourneys, like us for instance. Like I would have never met you if we didn't play in a tournament a few months ago. So
Yeah,
it works out.
unfortunately, I was supposed to be in Hyphy's tournament, but I had to drop out at the last second because my duo partner um, had a family emergency. So it sucked, but
Well, I hope everything's gone well since then. I hope they're doing okay.
yeah, he's doing a lot better. Um, it was just a rough time for him, which I get.
Yeah, I get that.
So I'm gonna try not to get too personal, but I do have some questions that have been kind of raised up to me as like suggestions. And one of the great topics that I wanted to touch on was because me being a gay man, a gamer, as well as being in the competitive scene, I have kind of gotten some backlash because of the stereotypical thing of a gay guy shouldn't be, a competitive Fortnite player. And then I've also heard that said a lot in the girl aspect of it too. So I just wanted to know basically what your guys' experience has been with that.
Oh God. Um, so I mean, I've just recently gotten into Fortnite competitive. I've been playing since like Chapter 3, Season 3, right when Zero Builds came out. I've never played builds before, and I can tell you
Welcome
from
in,
the
lovely
perspective
Jenny.
of like a woman in competitive, especially a woman that's in a committed relationship, it is so hard to find other people who are willing to play competitive with you, because from my experience, it's been either people only want to play with me because I'm a girl because they are sexualizing me and being weird, or they don't want to play with me because I'm a girl. And it's not because I'm not good, but it's just that label kind of thing. I noticed the more clout you have as a woman, the less it matters. So for example, they had like 100K followers on TikTok and on Twitch, and they're a girl and they're a streamer. People are more willing, and want to play with them and kind of take away when it comes to like the sexism in the Fortnite community. That's kind of just been my experience as somebody who's like a leader. It's definitely trying to push exposure for myself. Like even in like Victory Cash Cups, to this day, I've been looking for a permanent duo, and I still cannot find one because there's just people that don't give me a shot because I'm a girl.
I definitely feel that one. What about you, George R?
Uh, so I'm still pretty newer to comp. The first comp I've ever done was October, Annoy Princesses tourney, and I know I've heard a lot of my friends like Annoy as well who do struggle like as women in this scene. Um, I have never actually played a comp with anyone outside of my community, so I can't really say. Like, I've never looked outside of the community, but it is also for a fear of what you guys are talking about, because, like, if that makes sense, I don't know. But, yeah, I feel like we can make, like, a space for it, though, like, especially, like, a safe place for, like, girls and like people of the LGBTQ community as well. Because they're like, if you look at like, especially a lot of the third-party tournaments, like we're everywhere. like, like in your tournament alone, like I think you have I know you have a good amount of LGBTQ members and like a good amount of like women as well. And it's like I love seeing that, but I think we just have to like keep pushing and like it'll get there to
Welcome
where
in,
we're more
Cookie
comfortable
and
and everything like that too.
Ethan. Yeah, so I I actually first started my. I'll be honest. I started my competitive back when I was in my late 20s, early 30s. Oh, thank you, Cookie, for the gifted sub. I appreciate that. But
W?
she was actually one. She's one of the captains, actually, just like you guys.
Nice.
But she but like I started my competitive being World of Warcraft pro, which I know that kind of sounds a little weird and stupid when I tell that story, but that was where I got my start, and then I just kind of like fell off the radar because I had issues that I was dealing with, like with my ex fiance and everything. But then probably it's been almost 2 years that I've been streaming, and I have had some struggle with like getting the viewership and everything. It's just like, what do I, what am I doing wrong, And then I started getting into the comp aspect of it because I really found myself enjoying Fortnite, and that seems to be what I've been known to play most of the time when I'm streaming. And then I did join up on a newer esports team, and it kind of gave me that a little more of that confidence because they were very accepting of who I was. It didn't matter my background, didn't matter who I was in love with, who I was dating. It didn't matter. All that mattered is that I was a good player, and it actually felt nice and gave me the courage to keep going. And then all the third-party tournaments that I started doing, which I think I ended up being 2 so far. My third one is going to be actually for Gwenki, a week after my tournament. But it also gave me the courage to be like, why not start one myself and get it out there?
Mm-hmm.
And like, let's bring us together. And I decided to critique things a little bit to where, how do I say it? I feel like it's fair for everybody. Like, I didn't want just these hardcore comp players, but I also didn't just want all noobs either. But I wanted to like mash this all together because I still classify myself really as kind of a noob.
Same.
But
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
but I mean, I feel like if we give us all that mesh together and just make it fun again, that's like what I strive for. I want to bring fun back to Fortnite instead of too much sweatiness. So that's why I ultimately chose to keep the drop map anonymous. I know that has been a hot topic in the Discord, but I feel like it's gonna be better in the aspect. You don't have to worry about griefing. You don't have to worry about being targeted. And it just gives you that sense of, okay, I can drop, get what I need, and nobody's gonna, know, hey, I'm team so and so. Instead, you'll know where you drop as a duo, but you won't know what team number you are. That's kind of where I went with this.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea because I've been in multiple third-party tournaments, and people definitely choose where they rotate and where they don't rotate based off of where people landed and where people are going. So I totally understand that.
Yeah, that's 100%. Like, I feel I did something very similar when we did ours too. Like, I just assigned everyone team numbers based on a random order, and I think it helps because you don't want anyone like griefing a tournament based on like, oh, like you can easily go watch someone stream and see their talent level. And if you're like a super, like, say there is someone who is more of a competitive player in here, you don't want them just griefing all of the little guys and just for like the points or whatever. So I completely understand why it is done.
Yeah, I mean, like, I just did like a regular, pub match, and I was playing with some friends of mine, and it's like I just recently had landed, and we landed at Glacier, which I admit that is like my favorite drop spot. And I'm not gonna lie, I can understand how people really would want to have some of those mythic weapons. That's kind of why that is a banned item, because some of them are pretty goated, and I love that Nemesis. That thing is the bomb. And I dropped there in the one match, and somebody literally got the gun before me, which, it's fine. It happens. No big deal. And when I dropped, they got the gun. They didn't even bother to shoot me. It's like they just kind of pickaxed me a couple times, Then they shot me once, finally, and just basically to break my overshield. And I'm running, trying to find a gun to defend myself, and didn't even have movement at that. That was even worse. So here I am just praying that I get my stamina back. And it's like, he just kept chasing me over and over. Like, no matter where I went, and he finally ended up killing me. And so here I am knocked, just trying to crawl away to get someplace to, let my poor character die in peace. And he picks me up and literally just starts carrying me. It's like, why are you carrying me? It's just like, you don't need to do this. This is just like something, an elementary kid would think is funny. It's just weird.
Yeah, I think a lot of the times too, like in Fortnite competitive, like as someone who's grown up, I get that a lot of the pro players are actually kids as well.
Yes.
Like and I forget that, right? Like I'm like, why is this person acting this way? Like what is the big deal? And I'm like, oh yeah, they're 50. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I forget that a lot of the times, and I think what you're doing with the drop map is a really, really smart idea, because I constantly get griefed. Like I just today, like I was streaming earlier and I was being stream sniped, so I had to just like turn my stream off and all this other stuff, and it's just like, and I think what you're doing with the mythics is also a good idea, because it shows real gun skill. Like and I'm a lover of the mythic doof doof shotgun. Like that thing, I will push anybody with that. I don't care. But like when it comes to like skill and gunfight, which I feel like is the basis of kind of like what you're putting your tournament on, it's going to be really fun to watch what happens when you take away all the super overpowered stuff that people can use against you to grief. Because there's nothing more annoying than like when you're like shitting on the whole lobby and then all of a sudden you get clingered. Like, yes, bro, awesome. I just killed like 10 people and I feel like the shit, and then I died at 12 clingers. So fun.
Yeah.
Really skillful.
And then I did ban the boxes because, one, I just kind of found them pointless. I mean, I've been thinking about unbanning them because I find them pointless. They kind of remind me of the bushes in the OG season. Which I'm not gonna lie, I really love the OG season. But it's just like, the major thing that I didn't like is the shields. Those riot shields, they were the worst
gosh,
to me.
yes.
And I felt like every time I had them, I still got killed no matter what. But anytime somebody else has them, they don't die. It's like, come on, where's the spare?
It's so funny this season. If you just watch if you just go into like the old Victory Cash Cups and like press the watch button on in games, all it is like 40 kids in the open with riot shields.
Oh my god.
That's all it is. It's hilarious.
I've learned one thing that does help, and I don't always get one, but if you have the grapple blade, that is like a good one to use against the riot shield.
That's what I've seen people using a lot too lately.
That's what I do, and I'm like, oh yeah, Spocky's a ninja. So next question I do have that just came to my head is, when did you all actually start playing Fortnite?
I started in chapter 1, somewhere in the middle of it. I don't actually look at my, I changed accounts, and my old account is locked, so I don't know when I actually started, and it makes me so sad. I want to, figure out how to unlock it, but, this account is, chapter 2, but somewhere in chapter 1 I started. You probably wouldn't, know that if you watched me play the game. You'd think I probably started last chapter, but
Yeah, I feel
yeah,
that.
I definitely started in chapter 1.
I started in chapter 3, season 3, like the blimp season. When all the flowers were in the game, like the little plants that you could put in the ground and you get all the good loot off of them. That's when I started playing, and I don't know. This is the first time I've ever played a first person shooter game. When I was growing up, like I call them uwu girl games. That's like mostly what I played, like Kingdom Hearts and like The Sims and like Final Fantasy and like stuff like that. And then I don't know what it was about Fortnite. Like something just really stuck, and I've been playing it ever since daily.
Yeah, I started Chapter 2, Season 1. And it was kind of like an off and on thing. I did like download it onto my Xbox back when Chapter 1 was out, but I was just like, in my head I was just like, nah, this is stupid, I can't do this. But then I found out it's just pretty much because I was playing on console. I suck on console. I suck with controller. So that leads me into the next question. Do you prefer console playing or PC playing? And if you choose PC, do you use keyboard and mouse or controller? Or both?
So
I started on 4, and then bought a PC off Amazon. My boyfriend told me it was better than playing console. But what I did was a really bad PC. I call it my Kmart PC. She barely runs, but she does her best. That's kind of like me. I relate to her. But I do like my PC, and I'm on controller. I don't think I have attention span KBM, because you have to like really be into the game to play KBM. You have to set up. You have to like I don't do like that. I sit crisscross and like lean back and I don't know. I tried to play keyboard and mouse. I remember one time my controller stopped working mid-game, and I ended up clutching up on KBM. Like I was one shot, thank God. I didn't know what I was doing. But yeah, I don't know. I think console aim assist goes crazy. I was watching some of my old clips when I was like a proper NPC when I first started playing Fortnite, and I still had such good. I was on, so like it looked like I had aimbot, but.
What about you, Jordan?
Oh, sorry. I thought I muted. I was like, oh gosh, why isn't it saying? I started out on PS5, and well, actually, I've always played on console my whole life. I've never played anything keyboard and mouse. And in November, I made the switch I bought a PC and started the keyboard and mouse journey, and I could not get a hang of the keyboard and mouse at first, but now I've been playing for about 3 months, like, just on keyboard and mouse, and it is very, like, it's a different game. Like, what drives me, like, insane is how you hear so many PC players talking about controller aim assist, because you would think it's something like magic, but since I've made the switch to PC, like, aim assist is, like, a real thing with controller, but, like, it is 10 times easier to aim your, like, any AR and, like, shoot people out of the sky on keyboard and mouse. To be able to shoot your shotgun and not aim down sight on keyboard and mouse is, like, a completely different thing. Like, when I was on controller, I had to aim my shotgun. I could not aim my shotgun, but on keyboard and mouse, I do not have to aim a shotgun, and that just, like, blows my mind, the difference in, like, what you have, or, like, what you could do on each of them, and, like, building, and, like, resetting your builds, your edits, like, it is all so much easier on keyboard and mouse. So, like, when I switched and found all this out, I was just, like, mind blown that PC players talk so much shit about aim assist, because realistically, like, the aim assist is not, it does not compare to everything you can do
What are
on
you
keyboard and
talking about,
mouse,
Dragon?
like, mind. Like, I'm like, how are you talking shit when you got everything? Like, us, like, console players had one thing, and you got everything in the world, and that's the thing you choose to complain about? No, 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 no. But, yeah, I just made the switch, and I do really enjoy it. I do.
Now, as you seen or heard, I am a KBM player. Always have been. Hate controller. I mean, you want to see somebody play like trash, that would be me playing with a controller. I had a friend of mine be like, "Well, you need to try playing with controller. You're gonna be so much better." I'm like, okay, we'll give it a try. Let's play a game together, and we'll see how I play. Well, I did that. I hooked my Xbox controller up to my PC, and I started playing the game. Instantly, probably, I'd say maybe 2 minutes after we dropped, I was dead. Because I got stuck. It's like, see? And then I switch over to, back over to my KVM after I got rebooted, and lo and behold, I ended up, clutching up with like 5 kills. I'm like, I told you, I can't do controller. And then I do hear a lot about like the aim assist for controller. But the way I combat things is we still have options as keyboard and mouse players you can go into your settings and adjust your settings. And if you know exactly what you're looking for, what you're gonna do, or need to do, you can adjust them so that way your recoil is a little bit different. Or like, as long as you have a steady hand and you're not shaky, which sometimes I'm very shaky, but you can keep that aim right on somebody. You don't really need any kind of aim assist. But then you got other ones that do the keyboard mouse that I've learned by, I guess it's called the Cronus Zen.
Oh yeah.
And to me, it's like, what is the point? I mean, that basically makes it so like your keyboard and mouse plays like the way it was described to me is that it makes it so it's like playing with a controller. I'm like,
So for Corona Zen, it's only my understanding. It's only a controller thing. But it's basically it's not aimbot, but it gives you less recoil on your gun, and it locks on. Or no, you still get bloom, but it locks on to people. It's not like aimbot or soft aim, but it's definitely an enhancer and a cheating thing to use.
yeah.
Which like half the controller players have Kronos then, like in competitive, like half of them do, and you can tell because when someone locks onto somebody and you see it click away and click onto their head, that's how you know Zen. Probably like 50 to 60% of Fortnite competitive controller players have one, to be honest.
I honestly wouldn't doubt it, and I'm not gonna lie. It's like I think my phone actually listens to some of my conversations, so it probably will pop up on my Facebook again. But I'm seeing all over in my area on Facebook Marketplace for people selling Cronus. I'm like, what is going on right now? It's like, are they telling me that I'm really that bad at the game that I need to buy one?
Well, I think for under my understanding, one of the last updates that they did, PS personally trackable. So right now, Fortnite can only people who use a Cronus if they are on a PlayStation. But if you're on PC or on Xbox, it's still untraceable, which is just crazy to me because this is like a multi-million-dollar, maybe even billion-dollar game, and they can't fix a few things to do with hacking. It's crazy. It's actually nuts.
So like Twitter, or not the Twitter, just on Twitter, there are so many like pro and comp players just so fed up with participating in certain tournaments because they're like there's so much cheating going on, and it's wild. It's absolutely wild that they cannot like prevent this.
That's actually been quite a hot topic with some of my friends too. Um, it's like a lot of these battle royale style games. It's almost to me like they want to keep a level of, we'll call it cheating, quote unquote, in the game because it makes, and I think that in their eyes, it makes it lively. But all it's really doing is making us competitive people want to get that much better. So that way we can beat the cheaters. Which I did have my own, taste of doing exactly that. There was somebody in the lobby that I was in, and they were clearly cheating because they instantly, like, as soon as their gun was aimed at us, it locked right on our heads. It's like, they got something to lock right straight to our heads and not, the toe or something.
Yeah.
And so ultimately, we ended up just embodying the whole entire team. It's like, well, that's what you get. you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've run into a few cheaters this season. I was playing ranked, and I ran into a guy who headshot sniped me out of the air, 300 meters away, which is basically
My
out
God.
of. That's supposed to be out of render, by the way.
Yeah.
And then we killed 3 of his team, and they were coming to res, I think, me. And he turns around and within 4 seconds, headshot snipe, headshot snipe, headshot snipe. And I spectated him. I was like, this guy's either crazy or he's cheating. And I watched him for like, I don't know, probably a minute and a half. I was like, oh, okay, he's hacking. Cool. And then I was playing pubs probably like 2 or 3 weeks ago with my boyfriend and a couple of his friends. And there was a guy cheating. And it's crazy. Like, you can the cheats as well because you can tell like someone doesn't have great movement, but if this person didn't have aimbot, they would be absolutely terrible because they don't even have any kind of game sense or gaming awareness. Like
Mhm.
it was crazy, and we felt so good because the cheater got into our pub match 2 different times and we killed him both times.
Hey,
remember
that's
that.
awesome.
We were so happy.
Mhm. I actually ran into. I do like I just started doing customs, and I was doing my first one on Sunday, and someone joined, and we were doing duos, and one of the girls like was messaging me, and she's like, "My, I don't know who my duo is, but they're making a car fly right now, and they're flying around the map in a car." And I'm like, what is going on? Like, this is a custom for fun. Like, what are you doing? So someone was cheating in there. And I was just like, if
That's a great
you
way to put it,
cannot cheat
Cobra.
in here, that would be like great. And they instant left. I was like, I felt like I shouldn't have had to say that, but apparently you gotta say it all.
Yeah, please don't cheat. Like
Yeah, like please don't
Jesus.
fly across the map in a car. Like it was like Harry Potter style flying across the map.
Oh my
And
god.
like I was just she sent me like a recording of it, so then I like found him and was spectating him, and I was like, no way this is happening right now.
Yeah, that's why I gotta admit, like,
But
I take the cheating aspect of it seriously. That's why, like, with
mhm.
my tournament, I have, not to keep going back to that, but I literally have a team of like mods, and they're also going to be spectators. So I have myself and I call her my sister from another Mister. She and I are a duo that we're gonna be the main ones to drop, kill ourselves, and spectate. But I also have a separate duo that is gonna do the same thing because I figure it's a lot harder for just 2 sets of eyes, and with especially like the turnout that I've had, which I'm gonna tell you is unbelievably overwhelming for me. I never expected this much of a turnout, and I absolutely love all of you guys for like expressing so much interest. And with having that many people in it, yeah, I feel like I needed more than just myself and my duo partner to be looking out.
Hmm.
And like I have, I call him the dragon, but he's become a pretty good friend of mine, and I don't know, he has that eye for like a cheater. Like he can be like, nope, they gotta go, they're a cheater. And then we go back and we watch the replay, and it's like, oh crap, you're right.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. When the twin mag was in, I felt like a cheater though. That twin mag
I
was
agree.
so
I
good.
agree.
That thing, I miss it.
I miss the twin
I-
mag.
Oh my god, I felt like the biggest cheater. It was like no one could fly around. Holy.
Yeah, like I had that.
Let me
and
just beam them out of the sky real quick.
I have so many clips of myself just like literally they would use that rocket. And
Yeah, they're
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I was like, nah, sorry, I got the twin
100%.
mag, you gone. Who needed
Sorry, it was
sniper,
so
you know,
good.
when I had the twin mag?
Yeah.
so spoiled the twin mag that
Yeah.
now when we've gone to hit scan, the new like they're like sometimes I feel like ARs are kind of pointless this season. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd actually
It's like-
rather have a sniper and an SMG this season.
yeah, I'd rather
Mhm.
I'd rather have a sniper and just a shotgun. Like I don't know. I mean sometimes I've had to become one of the dark ones and carry a riot shield, but like
No.
not in pubs, not in pubs. Okay, I don't do it in pub matches. Like but like when you play like tournaments that are like held through either third party or like
Mhm.
or like victory cash cups, you have to carry a riot
You
shield.
do, because then
Like,
when
you
you
have
run into
to.
it end game and there's a duo against you and they both have riot shields, like you're screwed if you don't have one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's
I
like-
remember an end game where there was like my team and it was like a 4v, well, yeah, 4v4, and like two of us on each team had riot shields, and we just had our shields up, you know. It was like a shield off.
I remember watching when I held my tournament in January, and it was like right at the beginning of like the season, and like everyone was still trying to figure out the meta. And I was watching one of the end games. There was just like 30 kids in riot shields, and I was
Oh, no.
I was cracking up laughing. I was laughing so hard. I was like, there's no way this is Fortnite comp right now. This has to be a joke. Like my boyfriend said it best. Like you don't even need bunkers. Like you just need riot shields at this point. Like because you can just hide under someone's bunker with your riot shield. Like
But then you just got to
It's
learn to be
crazy.
smart, and if you and your duo were still alive in the tournament, and you got somebody that has a riot shield, you just go behind one of you, flank around, shoot him from the back while the other one's distracting him from the front. I only know that because it's happened to me numerous times. I had the shield, and I got pummeled from the back.
yeah, that's how it is. I don't know how I did it, but I headshot sniped somebody with the grapple or with the riot shield like 3 weeks ago, and I didn't even think that was possible. I was like, let's go. It's in a ranked game. I was so happy.
My old friend, well, not my old friend, because I'm old, but my friend Cobra, him and I were in, I don't remember if it was I think it was a duo match together, and somebody had a riot shield, and he's goated with a sniper, and he sniped the guy and hit his hand, but it managed to do, he was already like, I guess his shield was gone and everything, so it still managed to do so much damage that he also dropped the shield, like it made him stutter to drop the shield, and we were able to get the shot off, and he was gone. I was like, oh, why couldn't it be that easy any other time? That dang shield.
Yeah. Shield is crazy.
So now I have one more question, then I'm going to turn it so if you guys have questions for me. So my last question will be, as far as partners, boyfriends, husbands, whichever, I'm pretty sure, since I believe it is Hyphy, your boyfriend, your duo?
He's my duo for this tournament, yeah, but we don't duo competitively because he has his own duo.
Okay.
Like his best friend, that's his
but
boy. But yeah,
he's a gamer, so
yes, very
okay.
much so.
So see, that's nice. But have you ever has anybody have or had a partner that is not a gamer? And how did that affect you with gaming?
I've always dated little gaming nerds, so I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like everyone I've dated, like in a like serious, like in a long-term relationship, has been. So it doesn't have to be like a certain type of game, but they game in their own way. Like my current partner plays a lot of like things that are not Fortnite. I cannot remember the name of absolutely one of them, but he plays so many different games. But it's like nice to date another gamer because you guys could just like hang out, and usually like he gets home from work, we eat dinner, we watch a show, we hang out for like 30 minutes after, and then we're like, okay, like you gonna go game? Like, yeah, okay, I'll go game too. And then we just go our separate ways, and then we meet back up at the end of the night, and it's just like it's perfect. Perfect. Neither of us get mad at each other for gaming.
Now, see, my ex fiance, he was a gamer. He actually was on the pro team with me, or I guess I should say the pro guild, in World of Warcraft. But then obviously, hence that ex fiance. But pretty much after that, it kind of like gave me this like bad experience. So I kind of been into somebody that's not a gamer. Like my boyfriend now, he is not a gamer, not at all. Like he doesn't understand it, which I respect it because it is a very, I don't know, like in his eyes, it's kind of sometimes that's like a kid's thing, but he also understands my passion for it at the same time. So you can't help but respect that. But it kind of also like I get excited, like, oh, guess what happened? I did this happened, and it's just like you can tell that they're pretending to be excited because they don't really like understand exactly what you're talking about. But at the same time, he still supports me and everything, and he's just like, I hope everything works out. It's what you love to do, and I'm here to support you. So I mean, that's all I care about. As long as you're going to support what I do, but then it's also one of those things where you have to then switch it up because they're not a gamer, so you can't game together. So then you gotta kind of find that happy balance to spend time together, do other things besides me being in my stream room gaming. So it's been a process and a learning curve. So we'll turn it over to you guys. You guys have any questions for an alien?
Not that I can think of, honestly. I'm just like really grateful for the opportunity to like play in your tournament and have fun and make some new experience. Do I think I'm gonna win? Probably not. But like, but that's okay because it gives me experience to win or to learn. So like maybe in the future there are other things that I could possibly win, and I just think it's really great. The way that you're choosing people to participate, and I think it's very welcoming, and I'm really excited for it.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I agree. I think every tournament you do like helps you grow as like a competitor. So I completely get that. Like when I do these, I'm like, am I gonna win? Probably not. But will I beat my score in the last tournament that I was in? Like that is my goal here. I'm always trying to just improve and get better. So But I did have a question. What made you, I think you touched on it a little bit in the beginning, but what made you want to host a tournament yourself? Because I know there's a lot of us and a lot of like newer competitors too that are getting into the scene, and we're all like hosting our own tournaments now, and I love to see it. And I'm pretty sure we're all in the same boat on why we do, or at least we have similar lines on why we do it. But like, what made you want to do it?
I know with like me doing the last two that I did, it kind of gave me this sense of, this looks like something that not only would make me feel good, but give opportunities for others out there. And at the same time, I get to meet, new people. Like, meeting you guys, coming on the podcast. It's just like gives that opportunity, and then it kind of also opens up for some of my viewers to get to know you guys, and it's like kind of a warm fuzzy feeling. I guess I don't know, but just the fact of getting people there, like some of the ones I've never heard of. Like, I mean, obviously I was in the same tournament as you, George, or I want to say the Winter Wonderland, I believe is what it was, with Anna. And then
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
like other ones that have were picked as captains, we're gonna point him out, call him out. Silas.
Mm-hmm.
Never heard of him until my tournament, and then it's like I'm watching him, and it's like, well, dang, he's actually a pretty darn good player.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
like I would actually invest time, because I would go, like for example, I would go and watch streams of some people's gameplays just to see how they react with their viewers, and still, with having that competitive side. And so, like, I want people that are still going to be willing to stream and, not care if they win per se, but want to also still engage with their viewers. Because, I mean, that's what I'm about. Like, if I'm in a Cash Cup and I'm streaming it, I'm going to pay more attention to my viewers, and I'd rather die because I'm, having a conversation with a viewer than end up winning, the cup. Like, I enjoy streaming more than I do, I guess you say, the competitive side of it, but I'm still very competitive. Like, so that's ultimately like mash that all together, and that's kind of where I came up with my platform for the tournament, I guess. It was actually a long process of thinking, though. Like, I was actually thinking about it before I even was in Anna's Christmas tournament. It was
Mm-hmm.
probably after Narwhal did a tournament it was my very first ever tournament. And after that, I just kept thinking, like, yeah, I think this is where I want to go. And then finally, I decided, what, why not? Let's do it the weekend after Valentine's Day. It was like perfect.
Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't know you were in Narwhal's tournament too. That means we've competed together a few times and haven't even noticed.
Yeah, which
We didn't know each other at that point.
unfortunately I did not beat my score in Narwhal's tournament in Anna's.
Mm,
Anna's I came in dead last. And Narwhal's I actually came in top 24.
nice.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Like I've learned, like, you gotta, when you're doing a competitive tournament, like in my mind, which I'm gonna touch on that actually with both of you too. Um, with like my experience, I've been on this mission to grind ranked, and
Hmm.
I respect any of my friends that don't really want to do it because, ranked gets pretty darn sweaty. I admit that.
Hmm.
But I went at it solo. And I got my first taste of, going ranked solo in the OG season. And that was the first time I've ever reached platinum in ranked. I was like, okay, let's go. So this season, I
Nice.
decided we're gonna push it even more. And now, like, I proved to myself that I actually am halfway decent with Fortnite because I'm now Diamond 2 on my way to Diamond 3. So the grind is still
Let's
real.
go.
But
And that's awesome that you're doing. I'm gonna try that next season. Like you're doing it solo because I like to play with people, and I've done like rank with people. Like I feel like that's so. Like you get to like see yourself grow and like I don't know like said kind of like prove to yourself that like you have what it takes type of deal, and I love that.
yeah,
Yeah, that's awesome.
and I'm learning to doing it solo. It's not, it's okay to be a bush lurker. I've learned that because I've had to do that a lot.
Especially
it's okay to know. Yeah, and I feel like that is my biggest issue with solos is like I need to work better in my game sense because I take a lot of 50-50 fights that I just shouldn't because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be better than them, and then I die. But like I don't know. I totally understand what you mean by like going at it solo. Like that's really awesome.
Hey,
I hate playing solos. My favorite game
Chat,
mode has
while we
always been
are
duos. I
discussing
love
here right
duos
now,
the most
think
out
of
of
some questions.
everything.
Please type any questions in.
For me, it's just because I
for
just need
either
someone in my
myself,
ear going, "Don't push
Ivy,
that.
or
Like
Georgia,
chill. Like
or all
breathe.
three.
At least hit them for something before you go over there." Like so.
Yeah, so I'm assuming you both play ranked then. I'm pretty sure we kind of came up with that conclusion. So if you don't,
Yeah.
you both know what my rank is. If you don't mind me asking, what are your ranks?
Wait, did I unmute?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
You're
Okay,
good.
sorry. I've been trying to mute and unmute. I have a doggo here who loves attention. So, I am. I just hit champ in both builds and zero builds, but I do play with. I have not done really any solo ranked, so I do play with like a duo or a squad usually. And my friends are good. So we're just gonna leave it at that. I feel like I am probably realistically like I should probably be in like the diamond to elite level. Like I really struggled with getting out of. I don't think I would have been able to get out of elite without the help of like friends and stuff like that. Like doing it in a squad or a duo. But I also am not a very good solo player. It's something I want to work on. I definitely play better in a group. But I will admit that I would be stuck. I would be hard stuck in probably the diamond area.
Yeah, my recommendation is like Hyphy said too. You gotta have to do solo. You have a lot of good map awareness, and like don't push fights that you are not 100% sure about, because that's where I learned my lesson. I agree with her. Like I was 50-50, and I'm like, no, I think I got this. And nope.
Yeah, I'm so much better than them. It ends up I'm pushing like the #1 ranked player. Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
And what rank were you in, Hyphy?
So I'm in Unreal.
Nice.
Yeah, and I kind of like what Georgia was saying. I kind of agree with him to a certain extent. Every season I've been hard stuck at champion because I was doing exactly what you were doing. I'd be like, no, I'm doing this solo. Like, I'm a girl. I'm going to prove to everybody that I can get to Unreal by myself, blah, blah, blah. And I would always get to like champion 96% or champion like 93% or champion 97% one season.
Oh my
And
god.
and it was so infuriating. And I was like, you know what? Like, I'm going to just say that I need help, and I'm going to tell Ethan to just come play 1 or 2 games with me. And then within like 2 games, I would be in Unreal. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I don't have to worry about it. Like, whatever. It's fine. I did the hard work. I got there almost by myself. But I don't know. It's also one of those things when it comes to being like in Unreal. I think that there should be kind of a different kind of rank system. I know I was watching one of Cam Nut's streams, and he's one of the higher ranked NA players. I think he's like in top 10 right now or something like that. And I remember him making a comment about how Unreal should only be like top 500 or top 1,000, and you can get Unreal and it can be in your stats that that's the highest rank that you've gotten that season. But if you don't continuously play ranked, like you should de-rank back to champion. And I kind of agree with that because I'm definitely one of those people where I'm like, okay, I'm in Unreal now. I don't care. I'm going to push everyone. I'll be Unreal number 900,042,000. Like, I don't care. So I kind of think that they should maybe when it comes to ranked figure out a way for it to be not necessarily harder to get an Unreal, but give us like more incentive, because I don't think there's really any kind of incentive for the competitiveness of what an Unreal lobby is like. Even if it, like, and I say the same thing about like a crown wins. So I used to be one of those people before ranked came out, where I would grind crowns and I would have like hundreds of crown wins, and I was like, look at me, I'm so cool, blah blah blah. And I stopped doing that because it's like, what's the point? Like, they're not giving me a free skin, they're not giving me a banner. Like, I feel like maybe if there was more incentive when it came to kind of those really competitive style parts of the game, I would have more of an incentive to like play ranked more. But after I hit Unreal, I'm like, okay, cool, I'm in Unreal. I'm gonna go play creative with my boyfriend now. Like, I'll play ranked if someone asks me to, or if someone's like, I need a duo, or I need a fourth, this, that, or the third. But I don't just sit there and grind ranked like a lot of the top 100 players in Unreal do, because that's just, I don't know, it's just not for me.
Yeah, like my ultimate goal, like this season, which I'm not foreseeing it happening. It may. I know. I'm not saying it's not going to, but my main goal was to reach Unreal finally. I mean, I'm just as excited that I finally hit Diamond, because then that just shows that I've improved my gameplay. And, like, now I'm finding it is a little bit easier. Now that I did a lot of the hard work, like you said, getting myself to Diamond. Now I think I'm still going to do my solo grind. I usually do that in the mornings when I first wake up. I got like that fresh mind, clear, nothing's really bothering me because I just woke up. I'll jump on and I'll do like, 1 or 2 rounds of ranked solo in the morning. But that actually helps, for some odd reason, that actually helps me get in a better mood for work too. I don't know. I sell cell phones for a living right now, so. But
nice.
I
wake up and you're just killing the whole lobby, feeling like him. Get
Too
prepared
amped,
for work.
ready for the day. Yeah.
Ready for the day.
But I think now I agree though. I think I rather more play with a duo or a squad in rank, but sometimes it's really hard to find some of my friends that want to do the rank, because it's just like, that's too much stress. I don't want to, and I can't argue with them on that.
Yeah,
it does get very stressful.
That's one of the things that I think makes Fortnite such a unique game, is there's so much room for competitive and so much room for casual.
Yeah.
like there really, really is. I know that there's this big joke around Twitter and TikTok and all this where it's like everything's so sweaty, like Fortnite's not fun because everything's so sweaty, this, that, and the third. And it's like that's not true. Like skill-based matchmaking is so real. Like it is so real. Like you're not going to get into a lot, like even a pub match. It is very rare that you'll get into a lobby with someone who is just like a Fortnite god when you're just a very casual player. I mean, I made an alt account so I can play on like for EU cash cups because they're region locked. And I went and played a solo, and like one of the first games I played, I got like a 27 kill win. And I would never get a 27 kill win in one of my solo pub matches. Like maybe like 10, maybe a little, but like just straight up. And it's because it's a skill-based matchmaking. And I think that's what makes Fortnite such a great game is there's so much stuff and creative. They've added the festival thing, which is just super fun. Whenever me and my boyfriend are getting frustrated with each other because we're being too competitive, we just hop in there and sing The Weeknd and Florence and the Machine, and everything's okay.
Here's all.
Mine hasn't been the festival part. Mine is just I actually sometimes will go to that the rocket racing. Or actually the new game that is out, I'm totally in love with, Pal World. That is like my go-to. If I'm getting stressed out from Fortnite, it's like, okay, nope, screw this, close out the game, and I just load up Pal World.
I haven't played that yet, actually. I'm probably about to buy COD and start playing a little bit of Call of Duty, but
I have that, but
I
I
miss
move.
COD.
Usually if I need shooter games, it's gonna be if I don't want to do Fortnite, it's probably going to be Valorant or Overwatch 2.
I downloaded Valorant and I went to play it, and then I found out you had to play KBM, and I was like, "What is this? What this has?"
I don't know that.
I didn't know
Yeah,
that
so
either.
I was like, this has to be some kind of crime. Like you can only play. And I was like, nah, I'm not playing it.
Okay, so at this point, I'm gonna try see if they're interactive. I don't know, but we're gonna try to open it up to my chat with any questions, and if not, then we can either we can end things here if you guys want to, or whatnot. So chat, do you have anything you want to ask? It can be to your friendly neighborhood alien, or it could be to Georgior, Hyphy, or all three of us. It don't matter. Feel free. The floor is yours. Don't make me sit here like a crazy person either. I do that enough.
Hyphy, what do you stream on? Do you do Twitch as well?
Yeah, I do Twitch,
Ooh,
and
I'm gonna follow you.
and I do TikTok.
I loved your vibes here.
Oh,
TikTok
thank you.
too? Okay.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
I am crazy with all my streaming platforms. I'm not gonna lie.
I've never done the kick thing, but
Yeah.
I'm thinking about maybe making that switch because recently I've just been getting. So here's what I do: if I start getting stream sniped a lot on Twitch, I'll just go over to my TikTok. That's kind of what I do. Because
do you have the delay set on Twitch?
I do, and I have like a hide screen, and I mute my chat and stuff like that. But the people that stream snipe me, like, they just I don't know what it is. Like
They're consistent.
if they are consistent and persistent, like they will find a way.
I know
so
that.
when that starts happening, I just go on over to TikTok because that's one really like great thing I like about streaming on that platform is the second I'm being stream sniped, like I can just block that account and they can't pull up my stream. Whereas like on Twitch, I can ban somebody, but if they have a PC, they can just go onto Google and sign out of their Twitch account and still watch my streams. Like, and that's what people
I didn't
do.
know that.
Yeah,
That's
people
crazy.
and it won't pop up in your viewership. Like you'll have like
Oh my
15 or
God.
20 viewers, but you'll only see 6 or 7 names. And it's like, well, where are the other 8? Oh, it's because I'm being stream sniped and they're on PC and looking, or you can do it on the phone as well. It's crazy.
Yeah, see, I've had that experience being street sniped the first time ever on TikTok, because I'm not gonna lie, I blew up on TikTok. Like, I don't know what happened, why, I didn't get that much following on the other platforms, but I'm not gonna complain. You know, and so I was able to start going live from my PC on TikTok. And so I started doing that. Everything was great with the exception of when you first start. You gotta watch P's and Q's or else you get suspended. So I went through that stage, and then after I was over that, I just kept getting stream sniped every single time I went live on TikTok. And it just got me to that point where I'm like, you know what? I'm done. I'm not doing it. So I ended up ultimately stopping the TikTok stream, and very seldom do it now. And I'm trying to now like kind of incorporate it, but it's very difficult when you're somebody like I have some major ADHD going on. I've got 3 screens, and on each screen, pretty much I have a little of everything going on. Like, my stream PC has YouTube chat and Twitch chat going on. Then my gaming PC has 2 screens. One that usually has the game, or like right now it has the podcast on it. And then the other screen has my Kick chat, and sometimes it will have my TikTok chat. It's like, how can I do this? I don't. That's a lot. And then I hear other people like, oh, well, I only have one computer with 2 screens, and I play my game split screen. It's like, I don't know how you do that.
Oh, I could never do that. I just read my chat off my phone because I only have one monitor.
Yeah, I don't know. I've always had to have at least 2 monitors, and then I'm a PC builder. We'll just put that one there. But this last PC that I got, I did not build, because I said, I'm not doing that much work. That is stressful. I'm not doing it. So I ended up buying it, and it actually was a really good PC. But the last one I had before this one, I started streaming on that computer to get my feet wet in the streaming world, and I could usually stream for like an hour, 2 hours max, and then my computer, the game, like Fortnite, would just freeze, or it would like lag hardcore. I'm like, okay, I need to figure something out. And then that's when I found out that a lot of streamers are going the 2 PC route. And my last job I had got this really killer discount on any merchandise that we sold. It was like a rent-to-own place, and kind of like I'm sure you guys have heard of a Rent-A-Center or something like that.
Yeah.
So it was like a business like that, and I got like on their computer stuff. I got like I think it was like 60% off. So I ended up getting a gaming laptop through that for my job, and that ended up becoming
Nice.
my stream PC. And it's like, all right, now we're working with, now we got something working here. And I kind of feel like it's useless now. It just sits on my desk, the laptop's closed, I got an external screen hooked up to it. It's like, why did I get a laptop? I should have just kept my old PC and used that one instead of selling it. Okay, that was enough ranting on my end. Apparently nobody has any questions for you, so last chance. You guys
Alright.
have any questions for an alien?
That I think we covered everything. Thank you for having
Yeah.
us. This was a lot of fun, and it's cool to get that you do 2 of us at a time, because I don't think I would have gotten to know Hyphy if we didn't
Yeah,
do
it
this
was so good to
together.
meet you.
Mhm. Yeah, I was just gonna do one captain, but then I got thinking about it yesterday and today. Well, I was before, and I invited you both, but then yesterday and today, I was just like, why am I just limiting it to captains? So, anybody that's watching that's also in the tournament. You know, you don't have to be a captain. If you are a duo partner, please let me know. I am doing another podcast on Friday evening at the same time, and I'd love to have 2 new people, and you can hear from them. It was fun. I thought it was fun. I was glad to get to know both
Yeah.
of you.
Mm-hmm.
So I am glad that you guys reached out to me. It was fun. I like it, and I can't wait to watch you guys play in the tournament.
I'm so excited. Thank you again so much for hosting, and I really appreciate the
Mhm.
opportunity to play and be here with you guys tonight. And it was so good to really finalize my meet with you, and it was also really nice to meet you as well, George.
Yes, definitely.
All right, so yeah, definitely. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. I'm glad that you're part of my first ever tournament. It's exciting, and
That's good.
yeah, I just appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you so much.
Thank
Mhm.
you. You guys have enjoyed. the
Everyone, have a
evening.
great night.
You
Yeah,
too.
you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, all right. Let's go back. All right, everybody. That was it. That was the very first tournament. So, like I said, anybody in the Hearts O' Plenty tourney, if you would like to be on the podcast Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, please send me a DM in the Discord. In Discord, and we will get it all set up and going. No worries, just like now. So please, it's awesome. I'd love to get to know all of you guys. Thank you. You all have a great night, and remember, like always, Spocky loves you, and live long and prosper.
I got a squad on my far right side.
Yeah, squad running up behind us. One shot, one more.
I got someone here. 2 people. 2 people.
Yeah, I see him. And there's probably one behind us too.
I got no more bullets, guys. Real person behind me, real person.
One zip line. Nice. 2 more outside, but that's fine.
Riot turns around, Spocky shooting him in the back.
42. Sniper up.
Oh, I'm getting sniped on the left side, far left side. From where? I have no idea. Oh, roof.
Yeah, rooftop.
I'm coming down here.
GG's, one more.
Yep, you got this, guys.
Oh, behind me.
Cover.
Down the street.
Yep, there's the tree. There's 2 people, there's 2 people. I'll choke him. I'll flip.
Oh, they're one shot. They're one shot.
One shot. Let's go.
Let's freaking
Both of them.
I got a squad on my far right side.
Yeah, squad running up behind us.